Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Neutral Skip Skibbity back at it again, and today we're going to be taking a look at my personal picks for the 10 best fighting game series of all time. These are going to be my favorites, not an objective list, so you will disagree. Fair warning now, this is not something to take objectively, but we're going to be taking a look at my 10 favorite fighting game series. I want to note that this is series, not games, so top 10 favorite fighting games is a completely different story, but today we're going to be taking a look at the series itself, including all the games from the series. If the series only has one game, like something like Dragon Ball FighterZ or like 2XKO or something like that, then that will still count. I will be including games that only have one game in the series, but if there's multiple games in the series, the whole series counts. It's not individual games that are being ranked here. And briefly speaking of 2XKO, sorry that there was no upload yesterday. It was doctor's appointment, and then I got into the 2XKO beta, so that pretty much took all of my time. There will be a bunch of content on this channel for 2XKO in the future, so look forward to that. So sorry for the missed upload there. And one more thing before we get started, I do want to mention that this is 2D fighters only, and specifically like traditional 2D fighters. So there will be nothing like no Brawlhalla, no Smash Brothers, no platform fighters, and obviously no like arena fighters like Naruto Storm, etc. I will be including like 3D fighters like Tekken and Soul Calibur, but other than that, it's just the traditional health bar timer 2D fighters, and no percentage. It's pretty much to exclude Smash, because Smash is a little unfair to put in one of these lists. I'm not joking, but other than that, yeah, it's just my picks for my 10 favorite series of traditional 2D fighters. So I mean, without further ado, I think that's all the rules and everything, so why don't we just get started and take a look at number 10. So actually, before we do that, this is editing night here. Past night is kind of a dummy. We forgot to talk about honorable mentions, so I should probably do that before we start off the list. And the honorable mentions I want to give out this time is one to the JoJo fighting franchise. This is specifically to JoJo's like All-Star Battle R and JoJo Heritage for the Future. All-Star Battle R was actually an amazingly fun game that got a lot of characters in it, but it was kind of gapped by bad netcode, which unfortunately kind of ruined it on release. So not that many people played it, but it was a very fun one. And Heritage for the Future is extremely fun if you're playing it against a friend, but if you're playing against people that are starting to try hard and they start going Kokuin and Pet Shop, it becomes very tedious very quickly. So just kind of missed out on the top 10, but still love my JoJo fighting games. I'm gonna give a shout out here to Soul Calibur as well, mostly Soul Calibur 6 and I think Soul Calibur 2, the one with Link that I played as a kid. Don't really quite remember which one it was. I think it was 2. But Soul Calibur games, I think they just need like a modernization type thing, but like they are really fun and I have a lot of fun with them. It's just that not that many people get into them and there hasn't really been a new one for a while, but do love my Soul Calibur. Thought it would be worth a mention. And lastly, I'm gonna mention the Granblue series, which is something I never thought I would do not too long ago. You see, I don't really like the first Granblue Fantasy Versus game that much. I tried it when it came out. I played it for a couple hours, I think around like 30 to 40, and it just really didn't like stick with me too much. I wasn't really a fan of it. But when Fantasy Versus Rising came out, I think it was Maximilian said if you didn't like the first one to try the second one because it really was a better game and you probably will like the second one. So I'm like, yeah, sure, it's on sale, whatever. I picked it up and lo and behold, I really enjoyed the new one. The newest entry in the Granblue series is really fun. I've been messing around with this Grimnir guy a lot and it's been an absolute blast. And yeah, I'm really happy where Granblue is right now. Didn't quite make the top 10, but it again deserves an honorable mention. And speaking of things to mention, I should probably mention that while I've only had like 2 days with 2XKO and it won't be included on this list, but if I did have to, I think 2XKO would actually take somewhere around 4th or 5th. I think my top 3 are been pretty locked. I think 2XKO even right now would be around 4th, and that's on big beta with no content updates yet, so really high hopes for 2XKO. But I think without further ado, for realsy this time, let's get into the number 10 spot. And now, starting off our list in the number 10 spot, we have the Street Fighter series, which is honestly, might be a pretty big obvious to you guys. You might even think this should be way higher, but for me, Street Fighter was always never really my type of game. I really like anime fighters and the more fast-paced combo-y games, so boring neutral just wasn't really my thing for a long time. I started the Street Fighter series with Street Fighter 4 back in the day, kind of old now, and it was really fun, but I think I was just too young and like also not super, I wasn't that big into fighting games at the point. It was like my third fighting game ever, so I couldn't really understand like the depth of Street Fighter 4 back then. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't my absolute favorite. Then Street Fighter 5 came out, and well, I did actually have a solid amount of fun in that game. The combos were really juicy, which was surprising for me because I never took Street Fighter as like a super juicy combo game. The online in that game was a little bit rough. When it worked, it was fine, but when it didn't work, Jesus Christ, it did not work. But Street Fighter 5 was like okay, but it wasn't really something that made it stick with me. Street Fighter 6 and Street Fighter Third Strike though, those are mostly the reason that this is making the list. And actually when I went back to Street Fighter 4, also again, really good. There's a lot of things to love about the Street Fighter series. For me, now that I'm a wizened old man, winning the neutral with no dummy air dashes, neutral skippies, it is kind of fun. It is pretty addicting, even though I played Jury in 6, but that's besides the point. Anyway, Street Fighter has been really fun recently. I went back to 4. Evil Ryu is still a blast. Same with Kage in 5. I know I'm an evil clone spammer, but the series has just come a long way, and it has really grown on me. A lot of people have played it. It's one of the few fighting games that have a crazy active community where you can just pull up online and find a match, which is a really, I cannot like understate how big that is for a fighting game. And yeah, Street Fighter 6 has been going really well so far. I've really enjoyed it, minus fighting Sagat players, but other than that, yeah, super happy with Street Fighter so far. Hope 6 continues to do well and maybe even get a couple gameplay update changes. I know a couple people are kind of stale with it right now, but Street Fighter series for me, it's come a long way, moved a lot up in my head in like a personal ranking. And yeah, so at number 10 comes Street Fighter series. Let's move on to the number 9 spot. Coming in at the number 9 spot, we have Dragon Ball FighterZ, a game that I was very surprised when I came back to it. I played Dragon Ball FighterZ. It was, to be fair, it was during the peak of Labco era, and yeah, I did not entirely mess with the game. The game was fun on like a base level, but it just played so differently from what I was used to, and I really didn't give it that much of a chance. But I eventually came back after the final update and after all the characters and everything were in the game, and I did find myself really enjoying it. To be fair, shout out to my boy JT the Menace, or I guess he went by Eat My Key Blasts when he played DBFZ, but he was one of my friends who played in a bunch of tournaments that was able to teach me a lot of the basics of this game, because again, Dragon Ball is really different from most 2B fighters. So after I got a grasp on how the game was like supposed to be played, like fundamentally, with like how different neutral was and stuff, I ended up having a lot of fun with Dragon Ball. It is very high paced, and it's like crack cocaine for your brain. If you need stimulation, this is the game for you. It's a little much for me to play constantly, honestly, but just running a couple rounds with friends and playing against a couple people online, it has been really fun. I ended up picking up Labco myself, but you know, we don't really need to talk about that. This game, it's just so different and so unique, but once you get going in this game, it feels so saucy, bro. Calling out vanishes, stuff like that, it has been really fun. So while there is only one game in the series, I think it's a very strong game in just the fighting game community as a whole. So number 9 goes to Dragon Ball FighterZ. Let's move on to number 8. Coming in at number 8 on the list, we have the Tekken series, and we also have a common theme for me being games that I really didn't care for too much early on, but eventually came back to and started having a really good time. My main experience with Tekken was Tag 2 back in the day, and I mean, I had a lot of fun with it, but it was never anything super special to me, at least as a kid. And when Tekken 7 was around, I really didn't care for it that much. I was playing a lot of other fighting games at the time. There was a lot of ones that you'll see up higher on this list that I was really into and just grinding out, and I really didn't pay Tekken that much attention until I think it was a little bit after Tekken 7's final DLC and everything was over, and then it was like all DLC on sale on Steam for like $6 or something in my country, and I was like, you know what, might as well try it out. And bro, I wish I played Tekken 7 earlier, because that game was so addicting, so fun, so much customization, so many characters, so much depth really. And I mean, mean, I've known Tekken as like one of like the generational fighting games for a while, and like one that has like generational like skill that you can like carry over into the next game. But bro, I just felt like the wisdom dripping off Tekken. And the main thing I like about the Tekken games is like beating people up or getting beaten up in Tekken. Bro, it feels like I'm getting beaten IRL. Like, I don't know why the hits just have like such an impact in this game. And then going into Tekken 8, oh my god, they brought my girl Jun back from Tekken Tag. Oh my god, it's been so fun. I know a lot of people have been the higher level players. I'm not very good at Tekken myself. I'm only around red ranks, but apparently it's a little bit cringe with heat system at higher level. But what do I know? Tekken's never been one of the games that I was particularly cracked at, but I do know it has been a lot of fun. Always love the customization options that you can do, make your character look goofy. I love the amount of depth, just the sheer amount of moves all your characters have. And yeah, I mean, nothing really bad to say about the Tekken series. It comes in at the number 8 spot on the list. Going straight into number 7, we have a series that desperately needs a modern entry in it, and that is Killer Instinct. And full transparency, I did never really play any of the older Killer Instincts, and this is almost entirely based off the most modern one that you're seeing gameplay for right now. But bro, KI is so fun, and I always forget how fun it is until I go back to play it again with my friends. Bro, KI is a blast. There's so much to like about this game. There's so much unique different character designs in the roster, and their movesets just are so different from a lot of other 2D fighters. They're like crazy, bro. We got Gargos and stuff there of the nature. Idol is that was one of the most fun characters I've played, and I was just picking him up as a joke. I'm like, ooh, let's play this big guy that looks kind of goofy, and then it ended up being like some crazy stance swapper that I ended up enjoying. KI is just so fun. It has by far the best tutorial in any fighting game I've ever played. So much so that the basic tutorial teaches you how to play like the Shoto of the game named Jago. Bro, after I did the tutorial, I'm like, damn, why would I play anyone else? And I just played like 200 straight Jago games until I finally swapped to the characters I ended up mating, just because the tutorial was so good at teaching you. I'm like, damn, this one's pretty fun. But bro, KI, there's so much sauce in KI. It's just so like fun, like in just overall. And the musical element of KI is pretty interesting. There's like a lot of the songs are just bangers, and every time you do like a fancy ultra combo at the end, it like hits it to a bunch of different notes and has like a different melody. And I don't know, I'm a music guy, so I just really liked it. But if you haven't tried KI and it happens to be on sale, please pick it up. It's just one of the most like random fun experiences. I'm hoping for a new Killer Instinct game in the future, hopefully. But as for now, it comes in at number 7. And coming in at number 6, just missing out on the top 5, we have a series that has fallen off a bit for me, but is still one of my favorites of all time, that being the Guilty Gear series. And I just love this series, bro. The character designs in this series are so unique, so different. It's just always just like such a fun time to play. And obviously, the higher we go, it's just going to be the games that I find fun, right? And I find them fun for different reasons, but it's just the games that I'm going to most personally enjoy. And Guilty Gear definitely checks that box. And well, I do love Strive, and I'm sure once Strive is fully complete with all its crazy 2.0 and they keep adding stuff, maybe insta-kills eventually, more in-depth mechanics and the likes, I think Strive will eventually be probably my favorite. But for now, bro, I still love Guilty Gear Xrd the most. I just think Strive's damage is a little dank for me. I don't know why, I just don't mess with it too much, but Xrd just feels so nice. The combos are so fluid, you can do so much creativity in that game. And the Guilty Gear series just always has a way of the Roman cancel system, bro. You can just make up so many saucy combos on the fly, and like it's so accessible. Like literally anyone, like even like your new friends that haven't played much fighting games, bro, within just a little bit they can pick it up and start performing like their own random combos, just because like Red RC is such like an accessible mechanic. And I mean, bro, Guilty Gear is just fun, and I play like the most basic character in this game. I play Kai in both games. Slayer and Strive recently has also been very fun, but I don't know, man. man, Guilty Gear just has it going on. The soundtrack in Strive deserves its own shout out because, oh my god, they just dropped a fire album and included it with the game. Sure thing, bro. That's absolutely amazing. So coming in just outside the top 5, we have Guilty Gear. Super fun series, and it's just blowing up now, bro. Strive has a bunch of active players. Another fighting game where you can just load into a game online, no questions asked, bro. Absolutely amazing. Hope it still keeps going well in the future, and it comes in at number 6. Now let's take a look at the top 5. Now, breaking into the top 5, we have a game/series that I really wish just got more love, and that is DNF Duel. Now, bro, I think this game was the biggest missed opportunity in history. If you haven't played it, bro, DNF was one of the most fun times I've had with a fighting game, period. That is why it is number 5. This game immediately had me kind of feeling a little weird because there was no motion inputs. It feels weird having all your specials bound to a button. 2XKO again did the same thing kind of recently, but it never really feels quite right to me. But bro, DNF was a banger. DNF is one of like the, I think, 2 fighting games I've played where I really just felt like I could have mained anyone on the roster. Like, everyone was so fun, everyone had so much depth whenever I tried to put time into them, and I just never felt bad for picking up a new character in this game. I, from day one, main Dragon Knight, obviously, but you know, yeah, every character was fun. Ghostblade was a ton of fun. Swiftmaster was a ton of fun. There's like every single character was a ton of fun in this game. The DLC ones, oh my god, what's her name? Spectre? Oh, she was such a blast. But bro, this game just died, and I'm actually not sure why DNF died. I think it just took a long time to release content updates. But bro, DNF, man, I'm such a shame. But this game, I can't like put it into words if you haven't tried it, bro. But DNF's just so fun. You could be so creative. You could do a lot of things. A lot of the characters, like the matchups were really unique, and none of them were like super neutralizing or polarizing, except for a handful of really bad ones for certain characters. But bro, I don't know. I just love DNF. It's always been a blast to me. I'm so sad not many the people played it. I sure hope they try like a DNF type thing again in the future, even though I think they might be discouraged from how Duel went. But hey, for me, coming in at number 5, we have DNF Duel. Let's move on to the number 4 spot. Now, just missing out on the bronze medal, coming in at number 3, we have the Darkstalkers series. And remember when I said KI desperately needed some sort of modern day entry in the series? Yeah, bro, I've been waiting for a new Darkstalkers game for generations, and that's not even an exaggeration at this point. If Darkstalkers ever gets like the Strive treatment, or they make it like 2.5D and they bring it back with like a modernization, bro, I will be the happiest man alive. That will be a reaction video for the ages. But oh my god, bro, I just love Darkstalkers so much. This is a game, by the way, where all the characters are just like a bunch of random like Halloween monsters, bro. You have vampires, mummies, succubus, yetis. You got the whole bang in this game, and it's so random, but it's just so fun. I don't know, a lot of the characters, because they're so like goofy and out there, their movesets are just like crazy, wacky, and unique. I still ended up playing like the default Shoto because I just thought Morrigan was really cool with like the astral projection type of thing. But bro, like Queen Bee was really cool. Jeddah was absolutely insane. But this game just had so many cool characters, so many like weird matchups that you have to put a lot of time into understanding. And I mean, a lot of people haven't tried the Darkstalkers games, but oh my god, bro, this is the guilty pleasure series. I really so god dearly hope that we get something Darkstalkers in the future that's not just like it in a Capcom collection again. But I mean, what are you gonna do? This is one that I think a lot of people really need to try, especially if you're into like some older fighting games. You want to see like how they play, you want to play some of the older ones. Definitely recommend the Darkstalkers series. And of course, this comes in at my number 4 spot. So now let's take a look at who won the awards for the top 3. Coming in at number 3 with the bronze medal and continuing the trend of games that need a modern entry in the franchise, we have the BlazBlue series. And, well, this is mostly going to be about BlazBlue Central Fiction, since BlazBlue is a series where the games kind of stayed pretty similar throughout entries, and they only just got, like, it kind of just added on with each entry in the series. So I think Central Fiction is pretty much the king of the series, but, you know, you possibly debate me in the comments, but BlazBlue, man, is a crazy fun time. And this is at the time where I was super invested to Guilty Gear Xrd, and then I decided, hey, you know what, let's try out some BlazBlue, and oh my god, bro, a game has never pulled me in, and it made me so addicted so fast. This game has a unique thing where every character's button 4 is like, it's called like a trait or unique, and it's pretty much just like they slapped a gimmick onto every character and put a button on it, and I don't know, bro, it just makes every character feel so unique and give them so much depth and like characterization. And BlazBlue's just really, really fun to play. This is one of the most free flow combo games you can do. I know I was normally considered like a rushdown player, but then I saw this guy Susano and I became a big body main immediately because, bro, this is just one of my favorite characters in fighting games, and very, very few characters have come even close to how much I love playing Susano. He's just really, really fun, and the BlazBlue games in general are really, really fun. There's a character like Nine the Phantom who has this insane mechanic where she has to mix elements together mid-match. I have my boy Naoto, who's just my classic anime get to rush in and press buttons guy. I absolutely love Naoto, and the game has so many cool characters, and again, this one could really do with a modern entry in the franchise, Arxis. So if you want to get on that, that'd be very nice. But I should probably also mention that I'm like one of the 3 people in existence that absolutely love playing cross tag battle. It's like kind of dumb, but bro, cross tag is just it's a funny fun time. It's something that I just randomly ended up sinking like a stupid amount of hours and like grinding out against like the best opponents I could for like a really long time. I don't know why I got so deep into cross tag, but just had to mention that because a lot of people hate cross tag, and I thought it was just like stupidly random fun time. Absolutely love BlazBlue. Hope the best for its future, if that even still exists, and it comes in at number 3. Coming in number 2 with the silver medal. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I just got finished with the BlazBlue section, and Arakune came to tell me that if you don't subscribe right now, he's gonna watch you sleep tonight. So, I mean, yeah, I'd get on that if I were you. But coming in at number 2, we have the Under Night series, my absolute beloved. I mentioned this briefly when talking about DNF, but Under Night is the game where I really could just main anyone. I could pick any character on this roster, and it is just a fun time. Doesn't matter the archetype, doesn't matter if I hate that archetype, doesn't matter if I've never played that type of character before, doesn't matter if I have 1 hour to 2,000 hours on that archetype. Bro, anyone in the Under Night roster is just fun. I don't know how they did it. The game just feels so nice, bro. I've played so many different characters in this game, and every time it just feels like an amazing experience. Under Night is a game that isn't super duper popular, but at least is still getting new entries in the series every once in a while. Uni 2 just got released not super long ago and does have a nice small presence at EVO, which is really cool, and it's very fun to watch. But I feel like Under Night, they don't necessarily need it, but I feel like if it did go the Strive route and did like a full, like they made the 2.5D super nice models with like the crazy clean animation and a bit more high budget supers, I think Under Night could really blow up. But at the same time, I really don't want what happened to Strive to happen to Under Night, that being like the super simplification of all the characters, because that is what makes Under Night really special, bro. Every character has a crazy amount of depth and a absolutely stupid amount of sauce with every character. And I mean, Under Night does get clowned for everyone having like global range, but other than that, bro, like Uni, it's just something I can't put into words unless you try it out for yourself, bro. Just pick like the puppet characters are fun, the grapplers are fun, the rushdown's fun, the zoning's fun, everything is fun in this game. And for me, it just misses out on the top spot and comes in at number 2. But of course, taking home the gold medal and my all-time favorite 2D fighting game, it's gotta be Skullgirls, bro. I don't know why I never expected it myself, but bro, Skullgirls just is the cleanest feeling fighting game I have ever played. From the presentation to the character design to just how the gameplay is in general, there is nothing I do not like about Skullgirls. Right off the bat, it has that nice like noir Showtime type of vibes with the nice music, the beautiful lighting, the presentations. Everything in this game just looks visually appealing. All the characters have like some super duper wacky move. Either their hair talks to them, they have a snake attached to them, they have a hat that has two hands, like they can turn into a dog. Like this game just has a bunch of goofy characters, kind of similar to Darkstalkers in that sense, but the game just feels fun. I said it before, I'll say it again. The whole idea of having a tag fighter where you can pick single, duo, or trio just makes absolutely so many different matchups so cool, so much options. I absolutely love that. As one of my favorite mechanics ever added into a fighting game. And the characters themselves, bro, I mean, I just have an absolute blast on. There's so much depth. You can do so many goofy things. There's a character with a bunch of instruments that can play you like JoJo's theme when he beats you up. There's a wrestler dude that like taunts you halfway through the game. There's so much creativity poured into this game. It just seems like such a passion project, so much love. I really hope that it does get another entry in this series, since I believe that we are not getting any more DLC for Second Encore. But yeah, I mean, Skullgirls, bro, it goes on sale for like $2. I'm not even joking. It's super cheap. If you ever see it on sale, please make sure to pick it up. I absolutely cannot put into words how fun this game is, especially if you have like a friend to play with. Skullgirls is just an absolute blast. If you want to put time into it, there's a stupid amount of depth. You can join the Discord server or the nicest community. They're so down to teach you a bunch of new things. Absolutely amazing. If you want to try it out, please do if you have any interest. Absolutely love Skullgirls, and for me, it comes in at number 1. And yeah, that's it for the list. I'd love to hear what your guys' opinions are in the comments below. Send me your list, send me all the games you love, maybe even some of the ones you don't like or that you've been interested in trying that I mentioned. That should do it for me. I hope you guys had a enjoyable time. Please do subscribe. Remember, Arakune will watch you, but other than that, hope you all enjoyed, and as always, have a good night.